want to talk about movies.
Let's talk about movies.
Love going to the movies. Went to the movies yesterday. So Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. Tremendous film. I would recommend it if you're a fan of action movies. It's got gore. It's got violence. It's got drugs. It's got sex appeal if you're into Brad Pitt.
It doesn't have Tom Cruise. Better than Top Gun. Just like that.
I think it is actually a better movie than Top Gun.
Well, it doesn't have Tom Cruise. So
Tom Cruise is a saint, so don't badmouth Tom Cruise.
Scientology believer.
Is it on any streaming service?
Not yet. I'm sure it will be. I would recommend seeing it in theaters. I did see it in IMAX. But you know, you can wait for streaming. It's not a must see in theaters. But I want to talk about some movies that I feel like are must see because over the last couple of weeks or so, I've been holding tournaments on my Instagram page, having polls of like what is the best movie of all time. So we figured out what the 1980s best movie was. Right now, I'm in the 90s, and we're down to the final four.
Okay.
So the final four in these polls right now, it's Terminator 2 versus Home Alone. Mm-hmm. And then the other matchup is Happy Gilmore versus Jurassic Park.
What a bracket.
Yeah. But I want to go with 8 other movies, and I have those movies in here, but maybe we could do like a little mini tournament right here on the Nassau Morning Madhouse. So I think the number one seed for the 90s has got to be Home Alone. I think that movie, it came out at the beginning of the decade. It's a 1990 movie. It was the highest grossing comedy of all time for a number of years. And I think for people my age, that was a movie that you just wanted to be Kevin McAllister. And I think it's one of those movies that gets played every single year. So every generation knows it. And I think it's going to be 50, 60 years from now still being played on television.
It's got reach.
It's an iconic movie. The sequel, not as much.
Not great.
I know people like the sequel. I don't understand how they could like it better than the original. That's fine.
The original is excellent. I do like the second one.
I like the second one, but it's not.
I don't think it's better than the
I don't think the second one's bad, though.
No, but
no.
Good.
Here's the reason why the second one's not as good as the first one.
Let me hear it.
I'll give you 2 reasons. I could give you 500 reasons, but I'll give you 2 quick ones.
Don't say New York.
No, I love New York. This is why the original is better than the New York one. One, John Candy.
I was going to say that.
John Candy in that first movie is such a good character. The Polka King, polka, right there. Number 1. Number 2, Pigeon Lady sucks. Pigeon Lady is
overrated.
Just like she's like a crackhead with pigeons.
I don't like Pigeon Lady.
Old man Marley.
Yeah, he's way better.
He's so much better, and it's such a. He has growth. His character grows, and he learns from his mistakes, and he reconciles with his son. What does Pigeon Lady do?
I don't like
she still
birds,
lives in the
so don't
streets.
remind me.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
remind me about Pigeon Lady.
The first matchup, I'm going with Home Alone versus Rush Hour. Now, Looney, you were saying during the break,
Never seen Rush Hour.
You must see Rush Hour.
Yeah.
I think as far as like action comedies go, it's got to be in the top 3.
Yeah, at least.
I'm putting this and the other movie that you haven't mentioned yet on my list. I will watch them by next week.
This is Jackie Chan's real breakout role in the United States. I mean, he was doing stuff overseas for decades at that time, but when he came over to America, this was really his first big role. Rumble in the Bronx came out a few years later, but that was like a dubbed movie. This was his first real American movie.
Yeah.
And it's really the breakout role for him and Chris Tucker. I mean, Chris Tucker did do Friday, but he was like
That's
the
the other
supporting
one I haven't
character
seen.
in that movie. This was just a movie that everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
They did 2 sequels to it. I love them. I love both of these movies, Home Alone and Rush Hour. But for me, I got to go with Home Alone as the better movie.
Okay.
Looney, I guess, as the fault. You got to do Home Alone.
I can't vote. I haven't seen.
So for the people that have seen both those movies, where are you going
I'm
with this?
voting Home Alone. It's a classic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, even though Rush Hour was a really good movie, the soundtrack was really good too. I don't know if you guys.
You got the Beach Boys.
That's another old man thing is soundtracks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the
No, I love
soundtrack
soundtracks from
for Rush Hour was amazing.
I don't know why it's an old people thing, but yeah. Sure.
It is.
And
Soundtrack is
that's
an
how
old
you
people
know, because Antonio's quick to point that out.
thing. He will.
Yeah.
But I do have to agree with you, Justin. Yeah, the reach of Home Alone. My daughter, who is 6, she just got into Home Alone when she was last Christmas.
And a great soundtrack on that as well.
Yeah.
Not a bad soundtrack.
I feel like Christmas music there, and John Williams' score is iconic
And it's,
as well.
it's always good when you can, line up a movie with a certain time of year. It's gonna the reach.
There
So,
will never
Home Alone.
be a Christmas season where I don't watch Home Alone.
Sure.
And I could watch it year round. I could watch it in July, but if you watch that sucker in November and December, you're just transported back to my childhood, to the early 90s.
Yeah.
Gina, where are you going?
I'm going to be an outlier here. The Home Alone never, it wasn't one of those movies that really like resonated with me in a sense. Like, it's a great movie. I agree with you, like, far as just the reach of generations. Like, you just said your 6-year-old daughter, and that came out back in the 90s. So you could see, the generations of that movie run deep. But Rush, I'm a big person for comedy. Like, I love comedy movies, especially if it has action to it. Like, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker were a duo that we didn't know we needed. So
we didn't know that, though.
We didn't. Like, and there's some iconic lines from that movie that I still say to this day.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Of course.
Whenever I'm listening to the radio and someone touches my radio, I'm always saying, don't touch a white man's radio. but I will say this hot take. This is the hottest take that will be said on this station.
Here we go.
Shanghai Noon with Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson is the superior buddy film movie. I'll take Shanghai Noon over Rush Hour.
Honestly,
I didn't see it either.
that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, when they're in the bathtub together with the bubble, uno mas.
Yeah, that movie's like, and there's a Wild Wild West film, and I hate Wild Wild West films. Like, I think they're so stupid and played out. But that one, that's
one
a gets me going.
I like a good Western. What's that?
I'm sorry.
Next up on the docket.
I'm sorry, I'm going with Rush Hour though.
You going with Rush Hour? Well, so Home Alone though moves on. So
yes, of course.
We got Home Alone moving on.
Y'all did me dirty.
We got the number 2 seed going up against the number 7 seed. Now these are the 2 highest grossing movies of that decade.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park versus Titanic. To me, it's not even a question. Jurassic Park's one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I like Titanic. I don't think it's a bad movie, but Jurassic Park's next level for me.
I don't like Titanic. I don't like it. I thought it was very boring. I thought it was very lame.
It was long.
And I thought DiCaprio was more attractive than the woman, so I wish it was the other way around. I wish she was painting him. There we go. That's all I gotta say about that.
Wish he was on the door at the end.
There you go. And
there was room enough for both of them.
And honestly, like, if we boil it down, right, and really think about it, that old raggedy hag woman needs to get over it because it was 1 week and they never were married, never were together. She's probably frolicking with other women on the same boat.
Just wait.
So that's all I gotta say about that.
And you fall in love.
All I gotta say, and then I'll be like, sayonara, goodbye. This is my stop now. See you never. It was fun while it lasted.
The crazy thing at the end of that movie, they have like a symbolism sort of thing that she dies and then she goes to heaven and she sees Jack on the Titanic. What's crazy is she lived an entire life and had kids with another person. Yeah. So when she goes to heaven, she sees this dude that she saw for 3 days.
A fling?
A fling over a 50-year romance.
Let me tell you why that's wrong. Because she's not going to heaven. She's going to hell for not letting Jack on that door with her because there's plenty of space.
Plenty of room.
There was plenty of room.
And she's going to hell for cheating on Billy Zane. He was a good man. He gave her diamonds.
Thank you. Exactly.
Unbelievable.
It was the 20s or whatever.
So my vote is Jurassic Park because Titanic is a bad movie and a bad ship. Straight up.
I vote Jurassic Park. I have seen both of these. I can cooperate. I can participate.
All right, so we got Jurassic Park moving on regardless of these 2's votes.
Wow.
It is. It's 3 versus 2.
Well, real quick, Corey, cool?
Corey ain't picking Titanic. Let's be real.
Yeah. No, I'm not picking.
Titanic.
We're just in the same.
You're picking Titanic.
I am picking
Sorry.
Titanic.
Good for you, Gina.
Hopeless romantic. We love to see it.
I like the newer version Jurassic Park. Like, don't get me wrong.
Please get out.
No. Weird. Justin doesn't like that. Justin
The
does not
classic
like
will always be the best one. That's hands down 100%. But I just like, as far as the graphic wise, I like the newer one.
You like Chris Pratt? Wait, you look
I
at the
don't like
graphics.
I do not like
No.
Chris Pratt.
She
I
said
like the
graphic-wise.
graphics.
She
Or
likes
how
the
dinosaurs
digital.
look.
Yeah.
That's even worse, in my opinion.
It looks like a PlayStation video game. Maybe that's why you like it.
That's why she's into it.
That's why I like it.
I for the last years that those Jurassic Park movies, the World movies came out, the last one that just came out was the worst movie of the year.
Right.
Definitely.
And then the one that came out prior to that was the worst movie of that year.
Right.
So I hate the Jurassic World
The one that
movies.
came out prior is the worst movie of this year also.
One out of the newer one, it was the best one.
Let's move on to our R-rated movies. We got Goodfellas taking on Terminator 2.
I can't vote.
I think both of these movies are perfect films. I think Goodfellas is the better movie. I would rather watch Terminator 2.
Yeah,
I've never seen Goodfellas. What? But I doubt any movie could beat Terminator 2.
Dude, Goodfellas is perfection.
I watched Goodfellas for the first time 2 weeks ago, so I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
The
I'm not gonna
soundtrack
sit there
too.
for a boring movie like you come here with my dog.
No, that's Godfather.
Honestly, man, you would take a lot of inspiration from it, the way you've been talking
Dude,
today.
Goodfellas is like a quick. It's a modern movie.
I'm not
I like
gonna
a Bronx
lie.
Tale. That's the only one I've liked.
Bronx Tale's
that.
great.
Bronx
but-
Tale's okay. would prefer Goodfellas to Bronx Tale. I prefer Terminator 2 to Goodfellas.
I'm going with Terminator 2.
I'm going with Terminator 2.
Oh, I'm the only one. I'm gonna go with Goodfellas. I
love Goodfellas.
Goodfellas was great.
Goodfellas.
I love Goodfellas as
I
much
lost
as
that
I
one.
should.
I lost that
Yeah,
one.
so we got Terminator 2 moving on. Now we got the sports movies going on.
We got a phone?
Yeah, well, we were running out of time. Sorry,
we're
phone
running out of
call.
time. Thank you so much for calling another time.
Unless it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
We never
It's
get
like,
a phone call.
how dare you vote for Goodfellas? All right, we got Sandlot versus Happy Gilmore.
Oh, easy. Ooh.
Why is that easy?
Sandlot.
Ooh, you're
I'm
right.
going Sandlot.
sorry.
You're going Sandlot?
I'm going
Which one is Sandlot? When they were playing baseball and
Yeah.
all the little gremlin kids?
Hello, caller. You are on the air. Do you have a vote? Hello, caller. On the air. Do you have a vote?
I was wondering what happened to Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, that's
Where's
the
Roadhouse?
80s.
Darn it.
Well, thank you so much for calling. We are running out of time. We got these brackets.
I like Patrick Swayze, though. Rest in peace.
You ruined it.
That might be my
darn it.
favorite moment on any
That's
show.
a great call. I love that.
So, Gilmore or Sandlot? I'm going Happy Gilmore.
I'm going Sandlot.
what?
We got 2 for
That's a hot
Gino,
take.
where-
I didn't
No,
expect you to say
Sandlot's the one with the
Sandlot.
kids, right? And they get the,
Yes.
the ball over the fence.
Yeah, with James
Yes.
Earl Jones. Like, oh, yeah, George.
Oh, he gets with the lifeguard, right? The little kid.
Yeah.
I'm going Sandlot.
You got 2 for Sandlot?
Yes.
I got Happy Gilmore.
I'm
all the
going
way.
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore for me, too.
Gilmore moves on.
Sorry,
So,
guys.
we're down to the final 4.
Y'all love kid movies too much. Y'all
So
mad lame.
now we're going to do the
Home Alone.
1 seed versus 6 seed. Home Alone versus Terminator 2.
Can we just have them shake hands?
I love both of these movies. These are 2 of my top 10 favorite films of all time. I still think Home Alone is a movie that I have to go with on this
I'm
one.
going Terminator.
I'm going
love
Terminator.
You can't,
That's 2
you're
for
the
Terminator, 2
you're
for
the
Home Alone. Antonio,
you're the tiebreaker.
deciding vote.
Home Alone.
Yeah! Home Alone moves on.
Sorry.
All right, let's quickly get to this. We got the 2 seed versus the 5 seed, Jurassic Park versus Happy Gilmore.
Oh, Happy Gilmore for me.
I'm going with Jurassic Park.
Happy Gilmore, baby.
Gilmore.
I love Happy Gilmore, Jurassic
I
Park.
might have to go Happy Gilmore.
All right, Happy Gilmore moves on.
Get out of here, Jeff Goldblum.
So we are down to the final 2.
Here we go.
Happy Gilmore versus Home Alone.
I'm going Happy Gilmore.
What?
I'm going Happy Gilmore.
Whoa, relax, guys. Let's think about it for a second.
easy.
Hold on.
Listen, Happy Gilmore's a fine movie. I love Happy Gilmore.
No,
I laughed my
Adam
ass
Sandler has
off.
better ones. He has better movies. You don't have to pick Happy Gilmore.
It's Happy
But
Gilmore.
it's a great movie.
It's
Come
Happy
on.
Gilmore.
It is a great movie, but Home Alone is next level classic. I'm going Home Alone.
Okay.
I'm going Home Alone too as well. Like, I'm sorry, but you guys don't have Billy Madison over Happy Gilmore? 'Cause
No.
I do.
I think Billy Madison's the funnier movie. I think
think
Happy
so, too.
Gilmore's the better movie. If that
We
makes
We
sense.
had
I don't even know what that
discussion,
means.
Justin.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. You're the
Home Alone,
tiebreaker.
man.
Corey, it's down to you.
Home Alone.
So there it is.
Macaulay Culkin.
The
Come
greatest
into
90s
studio.
movie, we have Home Alone.
Take your award, Macaulay Culkin, wherever you
Be mad
are.
at that. It is Home Alone.
No,
Like,
no,
come
it's
on.
great. I'm
It's
not.
Home
Yeah, no,
Alone.
I'm not mad at all. That was a really good lineup.
Yeah. You know, Macaulay Culkin's he's winning in life.
No.
He's married to smoking hot girl from Sweet Life of
yes,
Zack and Cody.
Brenda
Song.
Yes.
He's got,
yes,
a kid
he
with
is?
her. He's got his life
Brenda.
together.
Because last time I looked at him,
No, he's off the drugs. He's off the drugs. He's doing
Okay,
good.
good.
I heard his podcast is really
happy
good.
for him.
I don't think he's
Happy
doing
for
it
him.
anymore.
No, but I heard it
was
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But big
Get him
shout
on the
out.
show.
Big shout out to Macaulay Culkin.
That might have been him calling in.
Yeah. Well, I like Roadhouse more. Macaulay
Personally-
Culkin, you were in Home
No,
Alone.
that's the 80s. Ah, darn it.
Darn it. Yep.
Is there a movie that we didn't mention? Like, what would be like? Because we didn't do any animated movies. Toy Story for me is Toy
Story's great.
I think in my number 2, probably behind Jurassic Park.
Okay.
I'm going Jurassic Park, Toy Story, and Tommy
I
Boy are
still
my 3
think we
favorite.
should have mentioned horror movies because let me tell you something.
Scream is great.
Scream's great.
Great.
I haven't seen all of them.
80s are better for horror movies.
Yeah, I'll take
Child's Play was good.
I'll take 80s movies over 90s movies.
I was about
any
to
day.
say that actually. Yeah, in terms of that
And what do
entire
you mean?
bracket, I would take the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, just in general?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Give me
a-
Indiana Jones, Empire Strikes Back, The
Yeah.
Thing, The Fly, all
Yeah,
all that good stuff.
Those are amazing.
An unpopular opinion, but I really didn't like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I really wasn't a big fan.
Wait,
Oh, I
which
love
one?
it.
Dream Warriors?
Dream Warriors is
that's-
awesome.
That one's an awesome
the,
movie.
the first one, the graphics.
What? The first one?
The graphics for some of these movies, I
Oh,
was like,
no.
I'm so
It's
glad I
80s.
wasn't born
Yeah, but
around
you're not
this
getting
time.
it. It's prosthetics. These are real graphics. Screw the animation. These are real people
Practical
putting
effects.
on makeup and putting on wires.
And there's charm to it.
extensions.
There's charm to that because you can know how it's created. I don't know how a guy
What the
creates,
heck?
you know,
I don't give a
CGI.
Damn, it isn't in 4K. Like, it's not in 4K.
If you love the NASA Morning Madhouse, tell a friend, or tell a perfect stranger. We're not picky.
Now, I want to talk to you kids today about something that I call stranger danger. Now, let's say a man, he pulls up into the school parking lot and he's in a van, and he offers you some candy.
Ooh, I like candy.
The voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.